Alright guys, today we're going to be creating this nice PDF. There's a few rules that we're going to have to follow. First, we're going to be using the Super Bowl 56 logo and adding some effects to it. A player from one of the teams in the division which you choose. Each division, there's two of them. There's the NFC and AFC. I'll have them both in the Google Classroom. So you're either going to use one of those. In my case, I'm a Cardinals fan, so I'm going with a picture here of a Cardinals player. So let's say you're not into football at all. Maybe you've heard of the Cowboys. Well, the Cowboys are in the NFC, so you can go ahead and use them. Use a player from their team to use in this picture up here. You're going to insert that, and you're going to add an effect to it. So there should be two pictures on top, one table here, which is a 1 by 1, and it's centered, and a 1, 2, 3, 4 by 3 right here, and centered there. You're also going to color you're going to shade in the cells. You're going to change the color of the font, change the font style, and center the font. And it all has to fit on one page. So here we go. All right, you're going to go to Microsoft Word and you're going to go to blank document. First thing we're going to do is give it a title, and you're going to go ahead and title this NFL Playoffs. And let's see if this works. NFL Playoffs. Actually, NFL should be all capitalized. Like that. All right, after we give it a title, we are going to go to Layout. And the first thing you're going to do is go to Margins and make them narrow. You can see the blue lines here show you how much of the document you'll be able to use. We want to use as much of it as we can, so we're going to go to Narrow. Orientation, we're going to go Landscape. And before I press that, you'll be able to see the difference between Portrait and Landscape. So we want to go with Landscape. If it looks a little weird, last time I refreshed, and it looked a little better. I guess that's kind of like a little bug in the program right now. See, it looks more rectangular. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is go to Google and search Super Bowl 56 logo. I went ahead and went with this one. There's not too many out there to choose from. I went ahead and went with this one. You can just go ahead and copy the image and paste it right into your document by right-clicking and clicking on paste. If you get that, guys, what you're going to have to do to paste is press Control V. Okay, and if you want to see a little bigger, you can use your magnifying glass here. All right, Control V, so that looks good. Now, because you paste the picture in there, if you ever want to move it, you can kind of click right before the picture, and when you get a blinking cursor, you can press the space bar. So what I'm going to do is click right here after the picture and press the space bar a few times, so there can be some space between this and the player that I choose. So for the player you choose, or the team, it could be a team picture as well, or an action picture on the field, or something that you think will look nice. So I go to Insert, Picture, but this time I'm going to use Bing Images, and I'm going to go ahead and search for Kyler Murray. Hit Enter. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use, for this, I really like this one, so I'm going to go ahead and click on it and insert, and wherever your cursor was is where your picture should appear, and this is way too big right off the bat. Now if you want to crop it, you can use crop. There's a few editing tools that you can choose from in this online version of Microsoft Word. Once we actually start using the actual full version of Microsoft Word, there's a lot more you can do. Okay, so like I said, you should have some space here so you can press your spacebar to make them even. Now we're going to click on the picture, and when you click on the picture, up here you'll see that picture shows up. If I'm not clicked on it, picture won't be there. If I click on it, picture will be there. So click on picture, and we're going to add an effect to this. So I'm going to go ahead and add this one right here. You can use whichever one you want to use, and for Kyler Murray, I'm going to go ahead and add you can add a frame. Sometimes you can even add two. For instance, you can add this one, and you can still add a little more effect to it, like a mirroring, or I can't do it right now, but there's a couple of them that you can use twice. So for this one, I'll just go ahead and settle for this one. Okay, so you can also adjust, and you're going to need to adjust the size of these pictures to make them small enough so that you'll be able to fit that table on top, underneath. So let me make them smaller. And let me put some space between them. All right, hopefully yours will look better than mine. Let me remove some space from them by pressing backspace. Okay, now that I got those adjusted, I'll probably play with them some more, but I'm going to put my cursor after Kyler Murray and press enter, and now you'll see my cursor down here. This is where I'm going to go ahead and insert table, and it's just going to be a 1 by 1. And there it is. So I'm going to go ahead and write NFC. Oops, it should be capitalized. Actually, all the text in this whole thing will be capitalized. And to change the color and to get it all going, let me go ahead and do it here. I'm going to click on the side, click on the table, and on the side, you've got this little adjuster. So I'm going to bring it way in, even some more, like about right there. And I'm going to highlight my text, and I'll be able to go up to center and center align. And you may want to know how to center the text. You click before your text, and then you'll be able to click on center up here, and that will center it. To change the font and all that, you can highlight the text or highlight the whole cell like I just did. Come up here, and to change the font color, we're going to go ahead and click this one. I just used a dark red right now, and so they'll stay here. If you want more colors, there's a lot of other colors you can choose from. So I'm going to color it Cardinals red here and make my text bigger, and I'm going to bold it, and I'm going to choose a font that looks sporty. Let me see. Well, for now, I'll just choose this one. You guys will look better than mine will. All right, so I'm going to come up here to table design, and I'm going to change the border color to, well, I'll leave it black, but you can change it to whatever color you want, blue or whatever. Make it look, use the same colors as the team is. But here under border section, you go to weight, and I'm going to increase the weight, and I'm going to color the inside light gray. Okay, now I'm going to click after I'm going to find my cursor. Here we go. Once you click down here, your cursor will show up. You can hit enter, and we're going to insert another table. This one's going to be a 4 by 3 or 3 by 4. And we're going to make this center column a lot smaller. This is just going to be where it says verses. So I'm going to make it like that, and I'm going to bring these in as well. Okay, the only way that I'm able to move these is from the right side. So I can do that, and I can do this. Maybe you'll be able to, maybe on your computer or something, you'll be able to grab it from here. I had no luck. So I'm going to do all this. This is pretty tedious work, I understand. And you'll notice I accidentally added a extra row down here. To get rid of that extra row, just go ahead and click and highlight it and press backspace on your computer. It's easy as that. So go ahead and highlight your table. You can also click on this little square thingy here to highlight it if you want. Once you have it highlighted, go ahead and go to Align Center. And some of y'all, you want to click this down arrow and go to Classic Ribbon if you want yours to look just like mine. Okay, once we've got it like that, we're going to go ahead and put our data in there. And there you go. So once you got it all typed out, go ahead and highlight it. And let's go ahead and do what we did before with it. Highlight it, click on Table Design. We're going to change the border color to whatever color you want. The border section, we're going to go to Weight and make it thicker like that, or wherever you'd like it. And as far as cell shading, I'm going to go with a little bit darker gray than I did before. And on the Home tab, we're going to change the text color to that red. And we're going to center. Now you might be saying, why isn't the text centering? This is, hate to break it to you, but you're actually going to have to put your cursor between each one and click center. So it's going to take a little while. I'll be right back. Okay, once you've got everything centered, make sure you highlight it again. Find a nice font you like, something that really stands out, and make it the appropriate height. I'll go ahead and go with that one for now. And to change the size of the font, you can just click right here. Something like that. And once you're all done with that, and you've got it titled, and you're all completely done, there's no more changes to make, you're going to go to File, Save As, and you're going to download as a PDF. Once you download that PDF, it should be saved in your computer. And actually, when you download as PDF, you'll notice that on the bottom of your browser, go ahead and click Download, and at the bottom of your browser, it will show up. More than likely in your downloaded folders. In your downloaded folder. To get to your folders, if you're using Windows, you can access your folders right here. Okay, then you're going to email me this document. To do that, make sure you just go to your email, go to New Message in your Outlook. It's going to be my email address, and the subject should be your period and the class. So for instance, second period BIM 1, and you're going to go ahead and find the paperclip where it says attach. Browse through your files. Probably there in the downloads file, you'll see the NFL Playoffs PDF. Go ahead and click on that and click on Open. And then once you see it attached, go ahead and hit Send. And that's it. It's an easy 100.